Okay, Razan is coming. Razan, I don't know whether she was there or not there in the last class. Hello, Assalamu alaikum, Razan. How are you? I can't hear you. Can you speak loudly?
Fine.
Okay. Did I send you any homework, Razan? Were you present in the last lecture, Pali? No, you were not present in the last lecture, right? No, no. Okay, fine. Okay. So you have started haloalkane and haloarene. Did you watch the lecture, Razan? Did you watch the lecture?
I didn't get the meeting link.
What? You did not get link?
Yes, sir.
आपने मांगा? Yes, Razan. Did you ask for it?
Sir.
You have to ask for it, ना? अब मान तो मिल जाएगा ऐसे आप मतलब सबको पता नहीं चलता रहेगा ना? Other thing is that you were absent, that you will remember. Everyone will not remember ना that you are absent. तो फिर आपको Learnivio मतलब जितने भी बच्चे absent है सबको वीडियो भेजते रहे, वो तो नहीं होने वाला, right? You have to take control and you have to ask that, sir, I did not attend this lecture, please send me. या ये भी मत बोलिए attend किया नहीं किया. Just tell them that please send me the recording of this class. Okay? Date mention कर दीजिए just now. Okay? Fine. चलिए आप लोगों ने तो कुछ होमवर्क किया नहीं है. So we'll start with a very simple thing. Write a question. Count the number of carbon atoms in following. Five questions. Just count the number of carbon atoms. एक सवाल भी लिख लीजिए. Send the answers, guys. Whatever you have done till now, please send the answers. And this is not a test, okay? Just सीखने के लिए. Send whatever you have done till now. All of you have my number, right? Ahmed has my number. Razan also has. Sarah. Zad, you have my number? Yes or no, Zad? You're not having your phone only. Okay, fine. Display is broken. Okay. Others, please send the answers, okay? आप लोगों को तो जब तक टाइम दे दिया गया तब तक आप लोग करते रहिएगा. चलिए, please send the answers. अच्छा, सारा यहीं पे बता दे रही हैं. ओके. अस्सलाम वालेकुम सामिया, how are you?
Alaikum sir, I'm good. How are you?
I'm also good, alhamdulillah. Okay. Why so late, huh? 15 minutes,
Yes,
huh?
sir, I was outside.
Why were you outside? Are you still outside? It seems you are still outside.
No, sir, I'm at home.
You're at home? Okay. When you know the time, then you have to schedule everything in that manner only, na? That you don't leave the classes. What happened, Sara? Only एक सवाल, बस. अच्छा, बाकी भी आपने. Okay, fine. I think those are fine. What about others? Wafia, Zad, Razan, Ahmad. Please answer me. Could not do. Sending sir, anything, please answer in the chat. Razan, what happened? Tell me. Yes, Razan.
Sir, I just sent you.
Oh, you just sent me. Okay, fine. Okay. And okay. What about Wafia? Wafia, please turn your mic on. Are you sending, not sending? What happened? Yes,
Sir,
Wafia, tell me.
I
हाँ जी,
didn't get
बताइए. You did not get it?
No.
ठीक है. What about Ahmed? Ahmed, answer in chat at least. Did not get it. What about Zad? Zad, please answer. What happened? Did you do any one of them? Not got. Okay, fine, no problem. Samia, can you do this? Like, can you count the number of carbon atoms in each? Yes, Samia. Yes sir, no sir, anything is fine. हम पढ़ाने के लिए यहाँ पे बस. I just want to see that किनको नहीं आता तो उन्हीं से हम सब सवाल करेंगे ना. Samia, tell me. वो इतना टाइम लगा देते हैं बच्चे तो इसी में टाइम मेरा खराब हो जाता सारा का सारा. I'm not sure. Okay, fine. सारा the last lecture में कितना पेज लगा था सारा? रजान पूछ रहे हैं. Razan is asking how much page should she leave for the previous lecture?
4.
4 or 2? How much did you say?
4.
4. 4 pages, right? Not sheet. You understand the difference between sheet and page, Razan? I hope so. You understand the difference between sheet and page. So 4 pages, that is 2 sheets. Okay. Now, first of all, how will you count these number of carbon atoms? First thing is that every terminal, that means whatever your end is, that is carbon atom. So you will find first of all this end here. This is a carbon atom, and then all the intersections are also carbon atoms. So this will be a carbon atom, है ना? जितने भी vertices होते हैं ना, all of these will be carbon atoms. Okay, so how many carbon atoms are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 carbon atoms. So here we have 7 carbon atoms. And now look here. So this will be your 1 carbon atom. 1 2 3 4 5 6, then intersection में देखिए 1 2 3 4 5 6 another, right? So this will be again what 1 2 6 के बाद 7 8 9 10 11 and then in total 12. So here we have 12 carbon atoms. चलिए Zaid, Ahmad, Wafia, understood? Yes or no? Please tell me. Samia, how to count?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell me for
Yes,
this
sir.
one, how many carbon atoms will be there? For the C1, no, Zaid count कीजिए ना, ऐसे हवा में मत बोलिए please. This one here, C1. Like you have to count it, how I counted it. Okay, like write the numbers and all. नहीं, देखिए. Once again, look. This will be a carbon atom, yes or no? Please tell me. This will be a carbon atom, yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes.
Yes.
This will be a carbon atom.
Yes.
Yes.
This will be a carbon atom. This will be a carbon atom, right? Intersection, है ना? See. Now see, this is neither an intersection nor a terminal. ये यहाँ पे end भी नहीं हो रहा ना, right? Terminal means the compound is ending there. Now here the compound is neither ending nor it is a terminal. Here we have a bond with nitrogen and then we have this carbon atom here. This is a intersection. That means it is a vertex and then it is ending it up here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. How many? 5 carbon atoms in the C structure. Tell me for the D1. D के लिए आंसर दीजिए chat में please. Ahmed, correct. Correct, Zaid. Correct, Wafia. Samia, can you please turn your mic on?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Samia. Samia, do you have my number?
No, sir.
You do not have my number. ठीक है. You have WhatsApp? आपके पास WhatsApp है?
Yes, sir.
You send me. आपने कैसे 5 काउंट किया? ठीक है. ठीक है. Send me how you have counted 5. आपने 5 लिखा ना? You have written 5, right? हाँ. So tell me how you have written. And others, please answer for E. हाँ, correct. ठीक है. I want to see that, but okay. See 1, 2. This oxygen is what? Oxygen तो यहाँ पे. It is in the middle. Okay. So these are not the carbon atoms. Then we have 3 and then 4. Tell the answer for E1. Zad. नहीं 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 नहीं. ध्यान से इतना जल्दी नहीं ना. काउंट तो कीजिए. आप लोग काउंट ही नहीं कर रहे हैं. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever it is. सबने गलत दिया आंसर. First of all, you can see very easily 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 carbon atoms. Then this is an intersection, 6 carbon atom. This one here, 7 carbon atom, and this here is 8 carbon atom. I don't know why people are writing 7 and 8, 7 and 9 only. Okay, now look at the F1. F के लिए हम बताएंगे आप लोग. Okay, so see here, this is 1 carbon atom, 2 carbon atom, and now this will be your third carbon atom, 4th carbon atom, 5th carbon atom, and 6th carbon atom like this. Okay, so when you have triple bond like this, it will be इस तरह से होगा. No, Zad, here it will be 6, not 4. हाँ, ठीक है, हम बता रहे हैं. Actually, triple bond is what? It is sp hybridized. And sp hybridized, that means it is plain. It is what? It is linear. And so we cannot make like this. This structure is wrong. Why it is wrong? Because see, देखिए, आपके पास this carbon atom, it can only make linear structure. This carbon atom and this carbon atom can only be straight. So if we will make this straight, then it will be going to be like this. यहाँ पे we will have in the middle triple bond. So these are the carbon atoms. Then further you will write it like this. Okay, so because this carbon atom, ये देखिए एक इधर है तो दूसरा इधर होना चाहिए था इसका. ठीक है, बट आपने bent बना दिया इसको. See, angle है यहाँ पे. So we don't have to put angle because it is sp hybridized. I hope all of you understood this. Yes or no? Please tell me. Got it? What about others? Okay, very good, fine. Yes, Wafia, tell me. Wafia, you were saying something?
No, sir.
Okay. Sarah, you got it? Yes or no? It will not be 5, and Razan also, it will not be 5, rather it will be 6. This is 6, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? F1 again, Ahmed. Okay, fine. See, this for 6 carbon atom, you need like this. See, this is 6 carbon atom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, right, Ahmed? Yes or no? Tell me. Correct? ऐसा होना चाहिए था 6 कार्बन के लिए, ठीक है. But we have a triple bond here. That is also correct. This we have a triple bond. And now we know that this carbon atom and this carbon atom can only be linear. It should be linear. And this should also be linear. But right now it is what? See, it is both of these are bent. Now what we are going to do? We are going to straighten them. So we'll first of all make the triple bond. And this is the carbon atom of triple bond. This is the carbon atom of triple bond. This atom will have another bond like this only. This also will have like this only. Okay. Then this carbon atom is sp3. This carbon is sp3, so they can have some angle. So now you see there are 6 carbon atoms. Yes or no? Tell me. ये आपके पास रेड वाले हो. What अहमद से पूछ रहे हैं. अहमद बताइए. Did you understand it? Yes or no? Okay, fine. Right, next. फातिमा भी आ रही हैं, बताइए. On the number of hydrogen atoms in the following. Hydrogen atom for each carbon. Single or double bond carbons will not be counted. नहीं, ये कहाँ से आपको आ रही है बातें? हाँ ज़ैद, turn your mic on. I want to speak to you. Turn your mic on, then only I will explain this doubt. Asking why it will not be counted? It will be counted ना, तो count तो किया हमने. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. इसीलिए हम चाहते हैं माइक ऑन रहे, बात कर सके तो कुछ समझ में आए. आधी बातें समझ में आती है. चार्ट में क्या लिखते हैं आप लोग? सर, ऑन सिंगल एंड डबल बॉन्ड कार्बन्स विल नॉट बी काउंटेड. No, you are not audible. No one can hear you. वो फिक्स करना आपकी जिम्मेदारी है, ठीक है? आप बहुत दिन हो गया ना ज़ैद, you should get it fixed. वैसे आपके कंप्यूटर क्लास में क्या सीखा आपने? You went for computer classes ना? What did you learn there? Which language? Okay, look here. So number of hydrogen in a carbon atom is equal to 4 minus number of bonds. Assalamu alaikum, Fatima. How are you?
Walaikum assalam, sir. I'm good. How are you?
You are not good. Tell me
I'm
what
late.
you are. You are late. Why are you late?
I was doing my holiday homework and I lost track of time.
Holiday homework?
Yeah, school का.
Holiday homework? कैसा स्कूल है आप लोग का? Feels like one should say, like, छोटे बच्चों को मिलता है ये तो holiday homework वगैरह. Holiday homework मिलता है. अच्छा.
Of course.
Okay. बहुत ज्यादा मिला लगता है. सारा, आपके स्कूल में हॉलीडे होमवर्क मिला था?
बायो प्रोजेक्ट बनाने के लिए था
बस एक सब्जेक्ट का, राइट?
यस.
है ना? मिडिल ईस्ट में कितना मिलता था आपको सारा?
8th में we used to give like worksheets and stuff to revise over the vacation.
ओवर द वेकेशन। इन सबको तो इंग्लिश का ही मिला हुआ सबको। Am I right, Fatima? You got for English also, I think, na?
I got for all subjects.
All subjects.
We haven't got it yet, like मिलेगा अभी।
आप लोग को मिला नहीं हॉलीडे तो खत्म हो गया सारा आपका।
No, they'll give it over like Durga Puja and all that छुट्टी, they'll give all the other subjects.
All the other subjects. Okay. बताइए, इंडिया में उतना लेकिन 11th-12th में नहीं ये करते हैं हॉलीडे होमवर्क वगैरह देके, इतना ज्यादा प्रेशराइज नहीं करते बच्चों को। दैट व्हाट आई हैव सीन। और दूसरी बात, इंडिया में बच्चे बनाते भी नहीं है। दे ऑल नो दैट इन 12th standard बोर्ड्स का मार्क्स मैटर करता है, एंड इन 11th-12th द पेरेंट्स आर आल्सो लाइक आपको जो समझ में आ रहा है करो। But I don't think that is the case in Middle East. Okay, fine. So let us count the number of hydrogen atoms in the following carbon for each of the carbon atoms. Okay. Note I have said the number of hydrogen in a carbon atom is 4 minus number of bonds. अब ये बात है, आप लोग क्या आना चाहिए, number of bonds देखने आना चाहिए first of all. So if you will see this first carbon atom here, it has how many bonds? Please answer in the chat. How many bonds can you see for the first carbon atom? Razan, correct. आगे बाकी लोग बताइए। ओ भाई साहब, सामिया ये टाइपो था, प्लीज कह दीजिए। फर्स्ट कार्बन एटम, हाउ मेनी बॉन्ड्स कैन यू सी? हाउ मेनी बॉन्ड डज इट हैव? आई एम नॉट आस्किंग अहमद एंड सारा, आई एम आस्किंग हाउ मेनी बॉन्ड्स कैन यू सी फॉर द फर्स्ट कार्बन एटम। हाँ सामिया, हाउ मेनी बॉन्ड्स कैन यू सी फॉर द फर्स्ट कार्बन एटम? वो टाइपो नहीं था सामिया। सामिया, टर्न योर माइक ऑन।
Yes, sir.
कितने बॉन्ड दिख रहे हैं आपको? बॉन्ड पता है ना आपको? ऐसे ये डैश जो लाइन होते हैं उसको बॉन्ड बोलते हैं, कुछ और तो नहीं
Yes,
समझ रहे
sir.
आप। कितने बॉन्ड दिख रहे हैं आपको बताइए?
2.
2 दिख रहे हैं, तो आपने 8 क्यों लिख दिया?
Sorry,
Want me to
sir.
हार्ट अटैक? हाँ
No, sir.
ओके ठीक है। अब सेकंड में बताइए आप, नहीं आप ही बताइएगा सारा आंसर अब तो। सेकंड में बताइए आप, हम कंफर्म तो हो ले, बाद में कहीं आपने हार्ट अटैक दे दिया। चलिए सेकंड में बताइए आप, कितने
2.
बॉन्ड्स दिख रहे हैं आपको? 2 दिख रहे हैं। थर्ड में?
2.
फोर्थ में कितने दिख रहे हैं?
2.
ओके, एंड इन फिफ्थ?
4.
वेरी गुड। सिक्स्थ में?
4.
सेवेंथ में?
1.
एट्थ में?
1.
1. So now you can calculate the number of hydrogen also, है ना? So 1 में whatever you are getting 4 minus number of bonds, right? Fifth में भी 4 minus number of bonds, ठीक है? That means number of hydrogen will be there. चलिए, so all of you will, what you are going to do? अच्छा, you will write it comma करके लिख दीजिएगा। 1 का आपके पास कितना आ रहा है? 2 आ रहा है। सेकंड का भी 2 आएगा, थर्ड का भी 2 आएगा, तो 2, 2, 2, 2 इस तरह से 0, फिर उसके बाद 0, फिर उसके बाद 3, उसके बाद 3। You just send me the answer however you want. From 1 to 8, I need the answers. 1 to 8 हटा दे क्या? हटा देते हैं, फिर आप लोग बोलिएगा कि सर ABCD कर दीजिए इसको। ABCD कर देते हैं इसको। ABCDEFGH। चलिए शुरू हो जाइए आप लोग आंसर में, चैट में शुरू हो जाइए। यस फातिमा, करेक्ट। अहमद, एक कार्बन का बताना आपको। ए में कितना है, बी में कितना है, सी में कितना है, इससे बताना है। मुझे लगता है टोटल कर दिया सारा जोड़ के सर को हम एक ही बार में बता देते हैं। अपने आप से हिसाब लगा लीजिए सर आप, कौन कहाँ कितना लगेगा। ओके फातिमा, करेक्ट। ओके How many of you saw yesterday's match? क्लास हो गया आप लोगों को तो, लेकिन उस टाइम में D2 C2 D2 जैद, ई में फिर से देखिए। जैद प्लीज अगेन लुक एट ई। ओके रजान इज ओके, टू ओके ओके, अब सबका आंसर आने लगा। ठीक है रजान, करेक्ट है आपका, वेरी गुड। सारा करेक्ट, ओके। फातिमा करेक्ट, वाफिया करेक्ट, वाफिया करेक्ट करेक्ट, ओके सारा करेक्ट। हाँ यस, जैद अभी सही है आपका। अहमद, आपका तो आंसर ही नहीं आ रहा। अहमद, व्हाट हैपेंड? ऑल्सो सामिया इज नॉट आंसरिंग। सामिया कहाँ है? सामिया टाइप कर रहे हैं आप?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है ठीक है, टाइप कीजिए टाइप कीजिए। फातिमा करेक्ट, ओके। जैद का करेक्ट करेक्ट, जैद वेरी गुड, ओके ठीक है। ओके सामिया, ओके करेक्ट। अब थोड़ा सा मिल जाइए, है ना? हाँ करेक्ट, वेरी गुड। करेक्ट, वेरी गुड। करेक्ट, चलिए बहुत ही बढ़िया, ओके। Now we are going to do Iupac nomenclature. Okay, now we are going to do what? Iupac nomenclature. So for Iupac nomenclature, let me get something from your NCERT textbook, one of the questions, and then uska answer. And from that answer, I will tell you what is Iupac nomenclature and everything else about it. So this is my structure. Okay, and I will also give you the name for it. पहले हम लोग देखेंगे कि एक पैटर्न समझेंगे what is there in IUPAC nomenclature. Okay, and those who are new और जिनको लगता है कि ये सर पैटर्न सब बता चुके हैं, हमको क्लास 11 में बहुत पढ़ाने की कोशिश की टीचर ने, फिर भी IUPAC समझ में नहीं आया हमें. So for them it is going to be something new. Don't worry about it. So this structure that we have drawn here, its name is 4-bromo pent 2E. Now what I will give you, see, the first thing that you have to start looking is from here to here. Okay, so first of all we will see that we have E. This E part here, this is E. This represents that there is no functional group. That means this last part is representing your functional group. किसी ने आज तक नहीं बताया आपको कि E का मतलब क्या होता है? There is no functional group here. Okay, there is no functional group here, right? You can see. अब बोलिएगा sir bromo is a functional group. No, bromo is not a functional group. It is a substituent. That is why वो आगे आ रहा है. Okay, so in the context of your nomenclature, bromo is what? It is a substituent. If something it cannot come at the end of the name, it is not a functional group. Okay, if it cannot come at the end of the name, then it is not a functional group. Okay, so since bromo it always comes in the front, that is why we will say that it is a substituent. टेंशन ही नहीं लेना कि उसको फंक्शनल ग्रुप में लाके प्राइमरी फंक्शनल ग्रुप, सेकेंडरी फंक्शनल ग्रुप, प्राइमरी सफिक्स सेकेंडरी, कुछ नहीं करना. फंक्शनल ग्रुप means anything that can come at the end, and I will write all of the things that can come at the end. Then we have the word En. This En represents that there is unsaturation, and जो लोग लास्ट क्लास में नहीं थे उनके लिए बहुत अफसोस की बात है. Unsaturation, that means there is a double bond or triple bond present. This means unsaturation. Then we have the numbers. You know, must be knowing that numbers will be representing the positions of the double bond here, right? It will be representing the position of this. So where is this attached? So 2 का position बताता है. Then we will have this pent part. This pent is my parent chain, not longest carbon chain. ठीक है? So what you will remember this as parent chain. Then we have the substituent. Substituent को हम कैसे कलर करें? चलिए, bromo. It is substituent. Okay, so now all the Iupac nomenclature, they will have SPUF. SPUF होगा उसमें, क्या होगा? They will have SPUF. What is S? S for substituent. Then we have the parent. Parent we can write it in blue. parent, then we have unsaturation. And after that, we will have the functional group. Okay, after that, we'll have the functional group. Now, in the functional group, you can have a few things. And whatever I'm writing here, you will only remember that. Okay, so you can have either oic acid, not carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid is of no use. Oic acid is of use. You will remember oic acid, and you will relate oic acid with this fragment COOH. Okay, you will relate oic acid. That means whenever you see COOH, that means it is oic acid. It is not carboxylic acid. Okay, you will not say that it is carboxylic acid. You will say that it is oic acid. After that, there is a few more here. I'm not writing that because that is not a part. जब आएगा काम उसको हम लिखेंगे, but right now you will just write O8. O8 means you will have a fragment like this COOR, and when we are writing O8, we are considering only this much part. Okay, ध्यान रखिएगा. And this R part has yet to be named. Okay, so we are only considering what part? COOR. Now R is not named yet. R will be named afterwards. Okay, and when we will be learning about esters, at that time, we will be learning about the nomenclature in detail. But right now, oic acid, then you have OA, and then after that, you have amide. Next is amide, AMIDE. Amide looks like CONH2. Instead of OR, we have NH2. See here, instead of OH, we have OR. Instead of OR, we have NH2. After amide, we will write nitrile. Now, I'm saying that I am leaving a few things, but don't worry about them. Nitriles, which is CN. Next is AL. AL is for aldehyde, which looks something like this: CHO, C double bond O, and then we have a carbon and hydrogen single bond. After that, there is ON, which represents ketone, which ketone looks like C double bond O, and this carbon has two other single bonds with some other carbon atoms only, not with hydrogen. After ON, we have OL. OL means we have OH group. And after the OL, we have amine. Amine has NH2 group. Okay, and if there is no group, then we will write E. That means none of the above. If none of the above is present, then you will write for functional group the letter E. Now, let us look for unsaturation. Now, in unsaturation, you can either have a double bond. This double bond is represented by En only. En, not ENE. En. Triple bond is represented. Unsaturation, we will be looking for double bond or triple bond. So triple bond will be shown as YN. And if there is no double or triple bond, no double or triple bond, then we write AN. Okay, if you don't see any double or triple bond, then what do we write? AN. And if there is, for example, let us say two double bonds, then we will write di-EN. Okay. Similarly, here also, if you will have two carboxylic acid, two COH, then it will be dioic acid. Okay, so we will be using the word di, tri, tetra. We will be using di, tri, tetra in order to represent if we have multiple of the same functional group. Okay, if we have 5 OH, then we will write 5. We will write pentaol. Okay, we will write penta and we will write ol. If we have 3 OH, then we will write triol. If you have 2 OH, then we will be writing diol. If I will have, let us say, 2 double bond and 1 triple bond, then we will be writing it as di-EN-YN. Now how will you understand that EN is coming first or YN is coming first? You will always go by alphabetical order. Okay, whenever you have a conflict na in unsaturation के अंदर पहले कौन आएगा? तो कौन आएगा पहले? Alphabetical order. Substituent में कौन पहले आएगा? तो alphabetical order. Okay, so you will only have a choice in unsaturation and substituent. In both the cases, you will be writing the one which is coming alphabetically first. So EN, the E comes first. That is why we will be writing EN. And you don't have to see, for example, Maliji, you have 3 double bond, and you have 2 triple bond. So for this, see, we have tri, and for double bond we have En, and then we have diene. अब यहाँ पे आप बोलिएगा सर T तो बाद में आता है, ठीक है, but please remember tri and di are numbers, these are not names. Tri and di are numbers, they represent number, not names, and we write the unsaturation in alphabetical order according to the name. So the name is En and Yn. Okay, so we have triene, diene. So इसको आप I hope ये समझ में आ रहा होगा आप लोगों को. If we will have 3 double bond and 2 triple bond, then what will be the case? Triene, diene. Okay, triene, diene. इतना कॉम्प्लेक्स कभी होगा नहीं, फिर भी आप लोग को सारा लिखा दे रहा है. Now for parent carbon atom, I hope you understand very clearly that if you will write meth if you have 1 carbon atom. So I will write meth. If I have 1, I will write eth. If I have 2, I will write prop. If I have 3 carbon atoms in the parent chain, and we will write but. If I have 4 carbon atoms, and we will write, let us say, pent. If I have 5, we will write hex, not pentahexa. ठीक है, वो सब बाद में बताएंगे. Pentahexa कभी कभी इस्तेमाल होता है, and why is that? Why is that used? This is 6 carbon atoms. Okay, then we will write add cyclo prefix if ring. If the parent carbon is ring, then you will prefix meth में तो होगा नहीं, prop but pent hex by cyclo. Now in substituent, the 2 main, let us write 3 main substituent that you have to remember is, number 1 is nitro. Nitro is very simple, NO2 group, then means it is nitro. ये अकेला आया, अकेला गया, nitro. Then we have something which is known as, that we'll be learning in this, which are halo. What are halo? Halo are either fluoro, chloro, bromo, iodo. Then we can also have which is known as OR. OR का मतलब क्या होता है? Alkoxy. Alkoxy, ये alcohol वाला chapter आएगा, then I will make you understand what is alkoxy. Okay, you just write now alkoxy. After that, you can also write something which is known as alkyl. Alkyl में क्या होता है? This hash sign is shown for number. Okay, number ही लिख लेते हैं. Number of carbon plus YL. ठीक है, Samia, can you turn your mic on?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 2 carbon is represented by what word? Tell me, 2 carbon.
Double bond.
नहीं, 2 कार्बन भाई, डबल बॉन्ड नहीं बोल रहे हैं हम, 2 कार्बन बोल रहे हैं. 2 कार्बन के लिए कौन सा वर्ड होता है? एथ, मेथ, प्रोप, ब्यूट, पेंट, हेक्स. एथ होता है ना, ध्यान रखना. ठीक है, अब वही अगर 2 कार्बन आटम एज अ सब्स्टिट्यूएंट होगा तो क्या लगाना पड़ेगा उसमें? एथ के बाद YL. ओके, ऑल ऑफ यू अंडरस्टूड? यस और नो? प्लीज टेल मी. रजान, सामिया, वाफिया. Number of
Yes.
carbon atoms. If you have 3 carbon atoms, then it will be prop, and then you will add a YL. Okay, Wafia?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So write this down. So this is about the, I mean, this is the names of what that you have to know. And then there will be rules, and rules are not many. Rules will be very few. You can say there are main 3 rules. One rule is to identify. First thing is that you will identify the functional unsaturation, and then you will identify the parent. It should contain functional unsaturation. That's something that you have to know. And then whatever is remaining, that is a substituent. Mainly 3 rules is only there. Okay, only 3 rules, and you can also see them as a tip. Write this down. Raise your hand when you are done. Yes, Samya, it is uploaded, I think. You can ask Learnivio about 24th August class. They will send you the link.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Razan, you must be okay with nomenclature, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. How many of you think that you don't know, you know nothing about nomenclature? Please raise your hand now. जिनको थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस है वो लोग मतलब अभी हाथ रेज नहीं करें. जिन लोग को लगता है वो कर पाएंगे. Those who don't know anything, like raise your hand. I will ask questions to them only. Oh, all of you are confident, huh? तब तुम इतना बेकार मेहनत किए। अच्छा चलिए ठीक है, एक सवाल देते हैं आप लोगों से, then we will see Iupac nomenclature में कितना आ रहा है आपको। Everyone, किसी ने हाथ नहीं उठाया। No one raised hand. Somebody is saying no, then okay, सामने। Okay. Raise your hand, then अभी आप raise hand कर दीजिए if you are done writing this. If you are done writing this, raise your hand. Samia is done writing. Okay, Ahmed, Fatima, Razan, Sara, Wafia, waiting for you guys. Waiting for Razan, Sara, Wafia, and Zaid. Waiting for Fatima and Zaid. Samia, that will come in alcohol, phenols, and ethers. तब तक आप वेट कर सकते हैं। Okay. So now let us look at this question. So, Samia, you have written everything now? Yes or no? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So you look at the structure, okay, and you will first of all look at all the things that is written here, and then you will look at the list of functional group. Okay. अच्छा एक सेकंड रुक जाइए। हाँ ठीक है, इसको सवाल को करें तो उसके बाद फिर रूल्स लिखा देंगे हम। सबसे पहले you will tell me what is the functional group. Do you see any fragment that is in the list of functional group? And we have that also, that in the structure also. Do you see anything? Yes, Samia. कुछ मैच कर रहा है फंक्शनल ग्रुप के लिस्ट से और यहाँ पे जो स्ट्रक्चर में है?
E.
There is none, na? So it is none. We will say no, sir. It is not matching, and the word for it is E. Very good. Now tell me for unsaturation. What do we have here? Double bond, triple bond, or no double or triple bond?
Double bond is there.
Double bond is there. So what is the word that we use, Samia?
En.
En. Very good. Third is, tell me, the parent. Now in parent, what we have to do? Parent में देखिए सबसे पहली चीज आप क्या कीजिएगा? You will identify the terminal carbon. Terminal means end carbon. Which carbon? Tell me. Which carbon, Samia?
Nth carbon.
End carbon atoms. Okay. So I am writing some numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are the end carbons? Tell me.
6.
6. और कोई है end carbon? या फिर और कोई नहीं है? टर्मिनल लास्ट वाले कार्बन एटम कौन कौन से? 6 ही है बस। अच्छा अगर हम ऐसे लिखे तो हाँ फातिमा ठीक है करेक्ट। 1 2 3 4 एक कार्बन एटम हो गया। 1 2 3 4, अच्छा 5 ही कार्बन आटम है, हमने 6 लिख दिया था। अब बताइए
10
which carbon atom is the last?
X3C.
हाँ, 5th कार्बन आटम, यानी कि ये दोनों ही लास्ट है ना। देखिए इसके बाद भी कोई कार्बन आटम नहीं है, इसके बाद भी कोई कार्बन आटम नहीं है, करेक्ट। सो बोथ ऑफ दीज आर लास्ट, टर्मिनल। व्हाट डू वी से? टर्मिनल। टर्मिनल कार्बन, टर्मिनल कार्बन मींस इस कार्बन के बाद कोई कार्बन, ठीक है, टर्मिनल कार्बन। So now numbering will start from any of the terminal carbon, and that terminal carbon which is nearest to functional group, if there is any, so there is no functional group, or if we have a double bond, then it will start with that carbon atom which is nearest to the double bond. So I'm writing here I'm writing here A and B. These are the two terminal carbon atoms. Now tell me, where should I start numbering from, A or B? डबल बॉन्ड के नजदीक कौन सा है? ए से करेंगे, ठीक है। सो राइट 1 2 and we have to take the double bond also, है ना। डबल बॉन्ड के नजदीक करने का, like the reason we are doing it near to the double bond is that we have to take the double bond also. So 1 2 3 4 and 5. So how many carbon atoms are there in the parent? Tell me. 5 and 5 carbon atoms. What is the name for 5 carbon atoms?
Pent.
Very good. Pent. Okay. Now the rule says that after the identification of puff, देखिए ये P है, U है, F है. After we have identified the puff, that means we have identified this many part. All of these things we have identified, right? Now whatever remains after the identification of puff is the substituent. That means we have only this Br remaining, है ना, which is the substituent. Hydrogen को name नहीं करते हैं, we don't name hydrogen. So this is remaining, yes or no? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
That will be your substituent. Now what is the substituent? Bromo, right? Br is the substituent, so it will be bromo. And now you just need to number it. अब देखिए number कैसे करेंगे, जो हम लोगों ने numbering किया था. So we have the double bond carbon in the second, so there will be 2ene, and bromo is in the 4th carbon atom, right? So we'll write it as 4. Okay. So and now we identify everything from like this, from functional group to unsaturation to substituent. We identify like this, but when we have to name, we name it from substituent to parent to unsaturation and functional group. So we'll write the name 4-bromo. Pent 2-ene. 4-bromo pent 2-ene. A bit easy, yes or no? Tell me, all of you. Fatima, Wafia, Samia.
Yes, sir.
Huh, guys? Okay. So I will give you one more question. You will do in that, okay? So before that, we'll just write the rules here, okay? Let me write the rules. Rule क्या है? Applicate tip number 1. Okay, so the tip number 1 says, please write. Parent chain should be identified after the identification of functional group and unsaturation. Functional group and unsaturation. Okay, that is the biggest mistake that people do, that they identify the parent chain first of all. Okay, the parent chain should never be identified first of all. First of all, you identify the functional group, then the unsaturation, because the functional group and unsaturation should be in the parent chain. And that is why we first of all identify the functional group and then the unsaturation. Right, the tip number 2. Start numbering from the carbon atom, from that terminal carbon. Terminal means last मतलब इसके आगे कोई कार्बन नहीं होना चाहिए, है ना? If it is open chain, cyclic में तो फिर उल्टा केस हो जाता है. But for right, ये लिख लीजिए, start numbering from that terminal carbon. Which is nearest to functional group. Okay, and if there is no functional group, if none means if there is no functional group, then double bond. The carbon, the terminal carbon that is nearest to double bond. If no double bond is present, if none, then triple bond. Then triple bond. If none, then the substituent according to alphabetical order. Okay, wait a second. एक second. Substituent according to if none, then you will write the parent, then the longest chain, then the longest chain. And even after the longest chain, you have some more choice. Then you write if tie, if there is a tie between longest chain, then the one with more substituent. Okay, so but itna kabhi hoga nahi aapke case mein. Okay, so you will always have some double bond, triple bond, or there will be some functional group. So you will not even have to look for the longest carbon chain. This is the tip number 2. And write the tip number 3. Anything that remains after the identification of puff, that means parent unsaturation functional group, is the substituent. So write this down. Ahmad, okay, fine. Thank you. Everyone wrote, yes or no? Tell me. Samia, Sara, Wafia, Zaid. Done? Okay. Let me know if you're not done, okay? Okay, fine, great. Tip number 3. Okay, fine. Everyone is done. So see, this structure is there, okay? But see, we all will first of all write this in bond line structure. Uske baad we will be doing this. So first of all, you see that we have one carbon atom here, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 carbon atoms, and then we have a carbon atom which is popping out. So 1, 2, 3. There is a CS3 here, right? Wait a second. 1, 2, 3 carbon atom. There is a CH3 here, right? Okay, and if I remember it, 1, 1, 2, 3, right? So the first and the second carbon atom, they are having a double bond, and the third carbon atom is having a Br. Okay, now this is going to be very helpful. Again, चलिए सामिया start हो जाइए आप. सामिया, tell me functional group.
E.
E, very good. Unsaturation.
2 En.
Wait a second, Zad, what are you saying? हमको कुछ समझ में नहीं है. Sir, can you do it in CC? You want me to do this here? In this structure? Or you want me to convert it to CCC? कर देते हैं आपके लिए. कन्वर्ट करना मेरा काम नहीं, लेकिन ज्यादा आपको हम होमवर्क देंगे फिर बहुत ज्यादा कन्वर्ट करने का. ये तो आना चाहिए कन्वर्ट करना आप लोगों को, ठीक है? ओके, प्लीज लिसन हियर ज़्यादा, ठीक है? इधर उधर मत जाइए, यहाँ पे आप सुनिए. ये आपको अगर आइडेंटिफाई करने आता है, इफ यू कैन कन्वर्ट इट लाइक दिस, ये तो आपका बिल्कुल काम का नहीं होगा. अब बताइए, एक स्ट्रक्चर को लिखने के लिए हमको यहाँ पे हाउ मच टाइम डिड दिस वन टेक, और आप चाहते हैं कि हम ऐसे लिखें. कितना ज़्यादा टाइम लगता है इसमें, ठीक है? तो इसको, इसकी तो आदत बिल्कुल मत लगाइए आप. CH3 कार्बन वाले की जो भी स्ट्रक्चर होगा आप उसको कन्वर्ट कीजिएगा बॉन्ड लाइन में. बॉन्ड लाइन में इफ यू कैन नॉट कन्वर्ट समथिंग इन बॉन्ड लाइन, इफ यू आर नॉट हैविंग good mastery over bond line structure, your organic chemistry can never be good, because most of the time will be gone by just writing the structures CH3 CH3 CH2, ठीक है? So don't bother about that. Start learning and doing right away everything in bond line structures. Fine. Now unsaturation is En. Then we have very good, Zad, the parent. Acha. Now how many carbons do I have? 1, 2, 3 and 4 carbon atoms I have. Tell me which of the carbons are terminal. Tell me, Samia. और बाकी लोग चैट में बताइए. How many carbons can you see is terminal? What are the carbons which are terminal? हाँ, Samia. 2 is terminal. 2 के बाद कोई कार्बन ही नहीं है.
No. 3.
3 टर्मिनल है. और कोई?
And 4.
4 टर्मिनल है, इसके बाद कोई कार्बन नहीं. और कोई?
1.
1 के बाद भी कोई कार्बन नहीं है. ठीक है, अब बताइए, अब इन तीनों, where should I start from?
1.
क्यों 1? Tell me.
Because there is a double bond there, so we start.
We should start from there. So we'll start with 1. Then where should we go? Tell me.
3.
Towards 3. Why?
No. Because it is also closest.
No. We start from the closest. ठीक है? Start from the closest, and we went here. We started from the closest. 1, 2. We have converted the double bond, and then we will go see. हमने क्या लिखा है यहाँ पे? Start numbering from that terminal carbon which is nearest to the functional group. If none, then double. If none, then triple. If none, then the longest carbon chain. Ab, after 2, I can go to 3 also, and I can go to 4 also. Correct? But if I go to 3, then I will have only one substituent. है ना? But if I go to 4, then I will be having 2 substituents. See? This is also a substituent. This is also a substituent. Correct? Yes or no? Tell me. If tie,
Yes.
if there's a tie, that means you will have 3 carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3 यहाँ पे भी, 1, 2, 3 यहाँ पे भी. Now we have a tie in the longest carbon chain. Then the one with more substituent. Got it? Yes or no? Please tell me, all of you. That I will
Yes.
go to 1, 2, and 3 here. Okay. So my parent will be. What will be the parent? Tell me. Tell me what will be the parent? Eth, meth, prop, but, hex, hept, pen.
But.
क्या होगा?
No. Prop.
Prop, very good. Okay, now we have identified these things. So whatever is remaining, that means we have this and this which is remaining. थोड़ा कंसिस्टेंसी हो जाता तो बढ़िया हो जाता. 1 2 3 ये हम लोगों ने नंबर किया है पेरेंट कार्बन चेन. देन द रेड वन आर दी सब्स्टिट्यूएंट. सो सब्स्टिट्यूएंट. अच्छा जी, ये बताइए इस सब्स्टिट्यूएंट का नाम क्या होगा? हाउ मेनी कार्बन्स? टेल मी सामिया, हाउ मेनी कार्बन्स फॉर दिस सब्स्टिट्यूएंट?
3.
3 कार्बन. अरे एक कार्बन है भाई, 3 हाइड्रोजन है उसमें,
Yes,
है ना?
1 carbon.
1 कार्बन. सो व्हाट इज द नेम फॉर 1 कार्बन?
Halo.
Halo. What is the name for 1 carbon? पेरेंट में क्या अगर पेरेंट में एक कार्बन होता तो क्या नाम देते हैं आप बताइए? पेरेंट में अगर एक कार्बन होता, यस फातिमा करेक्ट, जैद करेक्ट, सामिया टेल मी, पेरेंट में अगर एक कार्बन होता हम मेथ करते, है ना? और ये तो अल्काइल ग्रुप है ना, यानी कि अल्काइल का मतलब क्या होता है? ये कार्बन कंटेनिंग ग्रुप को अल्काइल ग्रुप बोलते हैं. ओके, सो इफ यू हैव अल्काइल तो क्या करना रहता है? नंबर ऑफ कार्बन एटम्स प्लस YL. कितने नंबर ऑफ कार्बन एटम्स है यहाँ पे सामिया?
1.
और प्लस YL कर देंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा?
Methyl.
वेरी गुड, मिथाइल. एंड आफ्टर दिस इसका क्या नाम हो जाएगा? व्हाट विल बी दिस BR? सामिया लिखिए मत, आप बोलिए, यस जैद करें. फातिमा
Methyl.
आपको YL समझ? हाँ, यस सामिया.
Sir, it will be methyl.
नहीं ये BR का क्या होगा? इस BR का, इसका तो मिथाइल हो गया. BR का
Bromo.
हाँ ठीक है, अब सही कहा आपने, ब्रोमो होगा इसका. ठीक है. अच्छा, ब्रोमो कौन से नंबर कार्बन पे है? टेल मी, वी हैव टू नंबर इट नाउ. ब्रोमो इज ऑन
3rd.
3rd, मिथाइल इज ऑन
2nd.
2nd. ओके, पेरेंट को तो नंबर नहीं करते. अनसैचुरेशन कौन से कार्बन पे है? 1 या 2? टेल मी, others tell me 1 or 2. The double bond is on the first carbon या second carbon? What do we write?
1.
1 है ना, जो लोएस्ट होता है उसको लिखते हैं. अब यहाँ से ऐसे करके नाम लिख दीजिए. अच्छा ये ध्यान रखिएगा, देखिए now in substituent we can write methyl first and bromo first, है ना? We can write either of them, methyl or bromo, but what will we write? Methyl or bromo?
Bromo.
Very good, है ना? 3 bromo, 2 methyl.
Sir, why bromo?
Alphabetical order.
Okay.
मिथाइल. जब भी आपके पास चॉइस में ना कहीं कंफ्यूजन लगने लगे कि किसको पहले लिखना है, तो वहां पे अल्फाबेटिकल ऑर्डर, पर लिखने में हमेशा अल्फाबेटिकल ऑर्डर. ओके, 3 ब्रोमो 2 मिथाइल प्रॉप 1 ईन. देखिए इतना बड़ा नाम था, आप लोग सोच भी नहीं सकते थे 11th क्लास में लिखने का. आसान लग रहा है सामिया? यस और नो टेल मी.
Yes, sir.
ओके, चलिए अब हम लोग चलते हैं बेंजीन की तरफ. ओके, एंड बेंजीन इज इवन इजियर, एंड आई एम नॉट लाइंग, रियली बेंजीन इज इवन इजियर. Done everyone? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir. Done.
Okay, right, next. For benzene. Fatima, Wafia, Zad, all of you are understanding? Yes or no? Please tell me. Fatima, Wafia, Zad. Okay. Fatima, what about you? आपको नहीं आ रहा समझ में?
सर ऊपर के क्वेश्चन में पेरेंट कैसे आया वो नहीं पता चला.
यहाँ पे पेरेंट नहीं पता चला?
या
ठीक है, एक सेकंड, आप माइक ऑन करके रखिए, है ना? ये हमको पूछना पड़ेगा आपसे कि आपको समझ में आ रहा नहीं आ रहा, उसके बाद आप बताइएगा. फातिमा? हाँ, टेल मी। ठीक है, वी हैड दिस। ओके, now I am writing the numbers 1 2 2 इधर में लिखते हैं, 2 यहाँ पे लिखते हैं, 3 and 4. We have 4 carbon atoms. अब इसमें से फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल you choose the terminal carbon atom. फातिमा, कौन कौन से हैं? Which are the terminal ones?
1 and 3.
1 and 3. आपको लग रहा है 4 टर्मिनल नहीं है ना? लग सकता है, कोई
हाँ।
दिक्कत नहीं है, है ना? 4 के बाद कोई कार्बन है?
नहीं।
तो 4 टर्मिनल हो गया ना?
या
ठीक है, 4 is also a terminal. ठीक है, now we have to choose. अच्छा, अब उसके बाद we will start with the first carbon atom, that is for sure. इतना तो हम लोग को जाना ही पड़ेगा, right? For the parent, because it is double bond, we have to take the double bond in the parent chain. Okay?
यस।
है ना? हमने लिखा भी है यहाँ पे, start numbering from that carbon atom, that terminal carbon which is nearest to functional group. If not, we don't have any functional group, then double bond. So हमको कहाँ से start करना है? Double bonds. We started double bond. Now I can go either towards 3 or 4. How many carbon will I get if I go to 3? कितने कार्बन हो जाएंगे मेरे पास
1
in the parent? Sorry,
1.
नहीं मतलब टोटल कितना हो जाएगा? 1 2 हो गया, ये तीसरा हो जाएगा, है ना?
या
ठीक है, अब उसी तरह अगर हम फोर्थ की तरफ भी जाएंगे तो कितना हो जाएगा? 1 2 हो गया, तीसरा हो जाएगा।
यस।
We'll have in total 3 carbon atoms, है ना? Now
Yes.
we have a tie, correct?
या
अच्छा, उसके बाद then we have written ना, if tie then the one with more substituent. ठीक है, अब हम ये दोनों कर लेते हैं। I am going towards 3, so I have only one substituent left ना, ये देखिए ये पार्ट रिमेनिंग है बस, करेक्ट?
या
One part, okay? But if I go, let us suppose towards 4, तो हमारे पास कौन से 2 substituent हो जाते हैं? We'll have one substituent and then we'll have this is another substituent, correct?
यस।
So that is why this is my parent. ठीक है?
या थैंक यू।
Okay. I have not wandered away from this tip number 2. Everything is there, right, Fatima?
यस सर।
हाँ, तो उसको ध्यान रखिएगा, ठीक है? हमेशा ये सवाल की बात नहीं है, अप्रोच की बात है। So you, if you remember the step number 2 and apply it, then you will not be, what I can say, आप भुलाइएगा नहीं। भुलाने का मतलब को नहीं चाहिएगा आप। Okay, so for benzene, I hope you guys remember that we write each and every Iupac name with SPUF, right? We also always write it with SPUF. And in benzene, it is so easy. In benzene, it is so easy that the SPUF is already done. If you see this fragment, then the whole puff becomes benzene. Okay, the whole puff becomes benzene. And whatever is added onto it is the substituent. Okay, is the substituent. So substituent, you have to identify just a substituent and then you have to write the name. Okay. Now in this case, what you will be doing? You will be doing only for haloalkanes. And धीरे धीरे ये आप एक पहले फॉर्मेट समझ लीजिए। Substituent plus benzene is going to give you what? Substituent plus benzene is going to give you the name of benzenes. ठीक है, benzene substituted या फिर benzene वाले Iupac nomenclature का, ठीक है? I will do the first question. आप लोग खुद बताइएगा। This is an easy one. Tell me. So puff, what is puff? Puff is benzene,
बेंजीन।
है ना? And then substituent is remaining. So substituent is anything that is remaining after the identification of puff, right? So this is my puff ना, ये वाला part पूरा puff है. And what is remaining? Substituent. What is the substituent here? Tell me. What is the substituent? Bromine. So bromine, what do we write for bromine? Bromo ना? Bromo. बस. So this will be what? Bromobenzene. Okay. हम झूठ नहीं बोल रहे हैं, आपको लग रहा है सर आसान केस ले लिया आपने, सस्ता कर दिया आपने सवालों को। सस्ता नहीं किया हमने, आप कुछ कॉम्प्लेक्स भी ले लीजिए। नंबरिंग का यहाँ पे खेल हो सकता है बस, बाकी किसी का नहीं। ओके, यू कैन हैव जस्ट अ प्ले अराउंड विद द नंबरिंग, नथिंग एल्स। एक केस आपको हम पूछते हैं यहाँ पे। We have Br here and we have chlorine here. Let us say chlorine here. Okay, so what is the puff? Benzene once again. And what is the substituent? We have bromo and we have chloro also. Correct? Now we can either do the numbering like this, 1, 2, or we can do 1, 2. अब बताइए क्या होगा? Green या red? 1 bromo 2 chloro or 1 chloro 2 bromo. अच्छा जैद, ओके फातिमा, ओके सामिया, बाकी लोग आंसर कीजिए. वाफिया, ओके, वेटिंग फॉर रजान एंड सारा. वाफिया, why red? Tell me. वाफिया, why red?
Alphabetical.
वेरी गुड, है ना. जब भी कॉन्फ्लिक्ट आए सब्स्टिट्यूएंट्स में या नंबरिंग, इस तरह कॉन्फ्लिक्ट आए, दोनों टाई जब भी होने लगे ना कोई चीज, देन यू विल ऑलवेज गिव प्रेफरेंस टू द अल्फाबेटिकल ऑर्डर. ओके, सो हियर नंबरिंग विल बी अकॉर्डिंग टू ब्रोमो विल बी गेटिंग 1 एंड क्लोरो विल बी गेटिंग 2, क्योंकि यहाँ प्रेफरेंस तो कुछ है नहीं, दोनों दे हैव द सेम प्रेफरेंस हियर. ओके, सो 1 ब्रोमो एंड 2 क्लोरो. ओके, एंड यू विल राइट द नेम लाइक दिस, 2 chloro, 1 bromo, benzene. अब थोड़ा सा we are adding some flavor here. Okay, थोड़ा सा flavor we are adding. This is very much rigid, right? So थोड़ा सा और इसमें wordings लाने के लिए we have another nomenclature method which is known as OMP. Is right?
So over here, can we write bromo 2 chlorobenzene?
अच्छा नहीं, सॉरी, हमने यहाँ पे एक चीज तो गलत लिखा है. दिस इज नॉट राइट. आप सही करिए सारा. इट विल बी 1 ब्रोमो एंड 2 क्लोरो. एंड आपने पूछा क्या कि हम यहाँ पे लिख सकते हैं ब्रोमो 2 क्लोरो बेंजीन, राइट?
Yes, sir.
नहीं लिख सकते. ठीक है, मेरे स्टूडेंट्स नहीं लिख सकते. वी ऑलवेज नंबर एवरीथिंग. ओके सारा?
Yes, sir.
ओके, राइट. नेक्स्ट OMP. जनरली ऐसे नाम लिखा तो जाता नहीं. ठीक है, we don't write generally like this. What we write actually is OMP method. For disubstituted benzene. Now it is a relative type of numbering. Suppose we have benzene ring like this, and there is some group attached here. There is some group attached. Now, if I look at this group, then there are only few positions remaining. This green position and this green position, both of them are equal, right? Both of them are same one. And then we have this blue position, which is same to this blue position. कोई फर्क नहीं है इसमें. And then after that, we have this red position here. Okay, so all of these, they have some name. So the green one, if they are named as ortho, and ortho के लिए ये नहीं है कि आपके पास group यहाँ पे होना चाहिए. See, you can see that the ortho position and the group, how many carbons are between them? Tell me ना, इन दोनों के बीच में कितने कार्बन हैं? How many carbons are between the group and the ortho? Tell me. How many carbons are there between ortho and the group? Do we have any carbon between these two? इन दोनों के बीच में कोई कार्बन है? Tell me. No, there is no. अच्छा नहीं, group के साथ नहीं. Sorry, my bad. Wording हम थोड़ा change कर लेते हैं. From this carbon atom in which the group is attached. Okay, so this carbon atom and green carbon atom does not have any carbon between them. So ortho position क्या है? 0 carbon between groups. ठीक है, तो ऑर्थो वाला जो पोजीशन है, एंड in which the group is attached. If there is no carbon between them, then it will be ortho. For meta, this is known as meta. Meta will have one carbon between the groups, and this is para. Para will have two carbons between groups. ठीक है, देखिए पैरा है, यहाँ पे दो कार्बन दोनों के बीच. व्हाइट वाला कार्बन आपका रेफरेंस कार्बन मान लीजिए आप लोग. We'll take this as the reference carbon. Okay, this carbon atom is as the reference, and then we have 0 carbon atom for ortho, and between this carbon atom and the meta, we have one carbon atom here. Between the black and the red carbon atom, we have two carbon atoms, right? So you can see that this is the numbering: ortho, meta, and para.
Sir, para, can you explain once again?
Can you see the black carbon atom?
Yeah.
है ना? और पैरा के बीच में कितने कार्बन आटम आ रहे हैं बीच में? फातिमा,
para के
ऐसे
बीच
पैरा के बीच में मतलब यहाँ से ब्लैक से आप ट्रैवल कीजिए ऐसे पैरा तक, कितने कार्बन से आपको मिलेंगे?
2 carbons.
वही लिखा है हमने,
Yeah.
समझ आ गया? ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
So if we have like this something Br and Br, then we can write this 1,2 dibromobenzene or C. This is bromobenzene, and then we have all both of this in ortho position. So we write ortho dibromobenzene. So write O dibromobenzene. इसका मतलब benzene में we have bromine. How many bromines? 2 bromines. How many carbons are between them? 0 carbons, है ना? Ortho का मतलब कितना होता है? 0 carbons between them. So you can directly write the structure also. Similarly, if I'm saying you, please draw the structure of P dibromobenzene. That means we have a benzene ring. We have a benzene ring, and we have bromine groups. How many bromines we have? We have 2 bromines. And what is the relative positions? They have 2 carbon in between them because it is para. So देखिए, आप ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं Br here and then Br here. See, it is also para. Yes or no? Tell me.
Yes,
2
sir.
कार्बन है ना? ये ध्यान में रखिएगा कि ये पोजीशन खास ना बच्चे लोग को लगने लगता है कि ये भी ऑर्थो है. ये ऑर्थो नहीं है, रिलेटिव पोजीशन है ना, कि कितने कार्बन है बीचों में. आपके पास ऑर्थो, पैरा और मेटा में कितने कार्बन है. सिमिलरली यू कैन आल्सो ड्रॉ फॉर लेट अस से M dichlorobenzene. That means we have benzene ring, okay, and in this benzene ring we have chloro. And chloro कितने हैं हमारे पास? We have 2 chloro. Where are they located? M. M means 1 carbon between them. So I can draw it. थोड़ा टेढ़ा जगह बनाते हैं. I'll draw a chlorine here and a chlorine here. So this is also meta. Okay, this is also meta. Please write this down. Let me know when you're done. Okay, and in the next class we will start the method of preparation. Okay, the next class we will start the method of preparation of haloalkanes. Done. Okay. So, you have NCERT exercises. उसमें से please आप लोग start कर दीजिए बनाना. ठीक है? Start making from there. If you have any doubt, just WhatsApp. Okay, then I will help you. बस 4 ही चीजें SPUF. We start with identification of functional group, unsaturation, parent and substituent, but we write from substituent and parent, unsaturation and function. Okay, so we remember the SPUF. Okay, SPUF को remember याद रखें, और उसके बाद ऊपर से नीचे अगर आइएगा तो FUPS है ना, FUPS. functional group, unsaturation, parent, and substituent. And then the tips that you have to remember is you have numbering is the main, what we can say is the main concern. Numbering. So numbering will start from that carbon atom which is nearest to the functional group, that terminal carbon which is nearest to the functional group. If there is no functional group, then double bond. If no, then triple bond. If no, then the largest carbon chain. If no, then the largest number of substituents. Okay. That is it for today. Okay, so we'll meet on Wednesday, and on Wednesday you'll also get the marks for your test paper. बताइए Fatima.
Can I take the screenshot for the class where I wasn't there?
क्या बोल रही हैं? साफ साफ बोलिए ना. लास्ट वाले क्लास का आपको ये चाहिए?
I joined class late, so can I take the screenshot?
नहीं, हम नहीं बोलेंगे तो आप नहीं लीजिएगा. ये लिख रहा था हमने, काउंट द नंबर ऑफ कार्बन एटम्स. आपको अगर याद हो तो हमने आप लोगों को बोला था कि हम एक पीडीएफ भेज रहे हैं, उसका एक्सरसाइज भेजिएगा. आपने तो वो किया नहीं है ना. बस ये कराया था हमने, काउंट द नंबर ऑफ कार्बन एटम्स. वो हम तो स्क्रीन ही शेयर नहीं कर रहे. माय बैड फातिमा. हाँ लीजिए ये. सामिया समझ में आया आपको कि नहीं आया? तो सामिया तो निकल गई. 10 बजा, सामिया चली गई. सारा है रजान.